I'm Jeff Matlow. Welcome to the best leadership podcast ever. Welcome back to the best leadership podcast ever, where every week we reframe your daily behavior to help you catapult your career. And I'm telling you, it works. I have proof over and over again. I'm a leadership coach. I help people transform their careers. If you're interested in learning more about how you can transform your career, contact me for a free consultation, leadership@bytitleonly.com. And now I want to talk to you about my run. See, because my 3-mile run yesterday lasted 5.5 miles. I didn't get lost. I didn't miss map. I just did what I always do and what I've always done. See, I started out on a 3-mile running loop that winds through some beautiful residential neighborhoods in my area. There's only one traffic light on the entire run, which is a meaningful stat if you know that I live in a city with lots of traffic lights. This light in particular is at about mile 2 of the route. As you can probably guess, the light turned red the moment I got to it. But a red light is only a stoplight when you're thinking in a linear fashion. If you think beyond what's right in front of you, you'll realize that a red light is just a green light in a different direction. I live for green lights. So I took a left. And knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I would ever come back to that running route that day. Did you like what I did there? The fact is, I didn't go back to that running route. I turned, I merged, I turned and turned again, and I explored new areas of town. And next thing I knew, I was 5 miles into my 3-mile run and headed down the final stretch towards home. If you haven't figured this out yet, it's a parable for your life. In the words of the great prophet Tom Waits, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. As for me, I don't like obstacles. When I find an opportunity to go around an obstacle, I explore that opportunity as if it's the path I was meant to travel down the entire time. That's why I've kept starting companies. Because when I discover obstacles that impact an industry, I create solutions to overcome the obstacles. And if it's a good enough idea, I turn it into a company. Even in my leadership coaching business, it's the same. I work with new leaders and founder-led companies because they both share the same problem. They have a challenging time transitioning from doer to leader. Companies don't teach their employees how to overcome that obstacle. I do. That's because I'm driven by forward momentum and I always look for ways to overcome obstacles to growth, and that's why my 3-mile run lasted 5.5 miles. I took a left at the red light because that's what I do. Because in my eyes, every red light just means another one turns green. But this isn't about me. Let's stop talking about me. It's about you. You're no different than anyone else. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. The way you approach something small is the same way you approach the bigger things in life. All your instincts, your habits, and reactions, they don't just show up in one place. They show up everywhere. Even now, listening to this. So let's take a look at you. When you're putting IKEA furniture together, do you meticulously follow the directions or do you just figure it out as you go along? When your partner does something that frustrates you, do you lash out or do you work through it inside your head? When somebody is driving slowly in front of you, do you tailgate and honk and berate or do you wonder what's happening in their life to cause that behavior? Because the way you approach anything, whether it's following directions, interpersonal communication, or empathetic thinking, is the way you will approach your career, your leadership, and your relationships. If you get paralyzed by choices in everyday life, you're going to struggle to make big decisions in your career. If you constantly start projects but never finish them, you're going to have accountability challenges at work. Your behaviors aren't compartmentalized, they're patterns. So here's the simple thing I'm asking you to do today. Pay attention. Pay attention to your patterns, not just the big moments, but all the small things you do. Pay attention to how you react, how you decide, and how you show up every day. Notice how you speak to somebody close to you and the little things that trigger you in any interaction. Because if you want to change your behavior with the big things that are holding you back in your career, it starts by understanding the little things that you do in the rest of your life. So tell me, what's the behavior that's on your top of mind right now? Let me know. Contact me, leadership@bytitleonly.com. Again, if there's any way I can help you change your behaviors and elevate your career, reach out to me. We'll book a free consultation. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening to this. If you like it, share it with a friend, give it 5 stars, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.